follow fighters like yourself. We follow a lot of like amateur guys
Yeah.
coming up in the ranks, and we pretty much, it's like the up and downs of boxing, what they don't see, where you go with your trainer, what you do as a life thing, how you got here, everything behind the scenes.
Nice one.
And that's what we're putting together. But we also cover the fights too, you know, all over the country. You've been traveling all over, and you go out of the country, so we actually miss you all the time.
Yeah.
Because I keep in contact with Big George.
Yeah, Big George. Yeah.
I talked to him yesterday, and he told me he's back with you again. I don't think he's gonna make it today.
No, I have to call him. I haven't got chatting to him. Every time I call him, he gets his answer machine.
Yeah, he actually called me, and I asked him about you, because I always do, and he said I'm with him again, and I'm not gonna be there, but I'll be at the weigh-in.
Here Friday. That's great. No, happy days. No, that's a good thing.
He's a good guy.
He always was.
And he's an Irishman.
Doesn't matter what he is. He's a good fucking guy.
Oh, he is a good guy.
When my back was to the corner, George pulled me out.
Oh, sure. He's good with those cuts.
He's always here. It's a guy he keeps me pretty.
But you really can't see them.
You can. I can see them.
They're actually good. Oh, you can. You look in the mirror every day, especially when you shave.
See the other morning, you're like, I'm getting uglier.
So listen, I'm here with John Duddy, and you're from Ireland, of course.
Yep.
I want to start you off from the beginning, when you were a kid. How old were you when you first started fighting?
I was 5 years of age when my father took me to the gym. He was a fighter, and he was a professional for a short time, and that's where I kind of began my passion started coming for it, and my love of the game grew from there. When I was 7, my father first threw me in for a fight. I was a smoker, so it was like they come, they measure your kids up, and like I pulled out, and my father's friend came and said, "Here, do you want to come to the gym? Does he want to have a crack?" Like, my dad looked at me and says, "Hey, so do you want to get?" I says, and he threw me on, and I won that fight. So he took, rather than keep me at it, he took me away until I was the right age of 10, and asked me, he says, "Here, do you want to go back to the gym?" And I says, "It could be fun to ask me," and I've been doing it ever since.
So, your amateur background, now, you know, you're a kid and you're fighting and you love it, of course, and you're still doing it, but what was your amateur background like?
Well, it wasn't too bad as an amateur. I won a few national titles. I boxed with the Irish team. I travelled around. I've been to Europeans. I've been to a few other multi-nations. Never quite made it to the Olympics.
When you were on the Irish team, I know they come here to New York. Did you ever come to New York on the Irish team?
I fought in Foxwoods and Denver.
Okay.
So with the Irish team. But no, I never made it to New York. But I've been here before with the likes of the Northern Irish team and the County Area team. And when I was here when I was about 13, and whenever I seen the gyms and how they train and how the amateurs train the exact same as the professionals, whereas at home the amateurs train like amateurs and the pros train like pros.
How do you like how do you say it? The different type of, like the way you train and an American fighter trains when you were an amateur?
Well, when I was an amateur, believe it or not, I was a boxer. I danced, I moved my feet and used my jab and had fast hands.
So it was in you?
Puncher, you know, and then, but I knew that to be a professional, I had to learn to sit down, I had to learn to slug a bit, I had to learn to mop and weave a bit more, which I'm still working on. But, you know, I've been able to make the transition as such, you know. I think when you look at all good fighters, when they're coming over from my side of the Atlantic, like, they're all, you know, upstanding boxers, nice, moving, jab, whereas here fighters tend to have, you know, they've got the best of both. They can fight, they can mix it, they can box going backwards, they can box going forwards, you know what? When I first came to New York, like, I always thought it was a breeding ground for being a fighter.
Sure.
You get all the nationalities, you get all the different types of coaching,
sure.
and it's just there if you want to learn it, it's there right in front of you, take it.
Like you said, you were a mover, you were a dancer, you moved. You came here to the U.S., you kind of like, you were strong and you like dominate the ring, you walk the guys down. Why didn't you put both together in the beginning?
Well, I'm not too sure what way my mindset was, but I knew that I had to change, and whenever I first came here, I just came as a blank slate to say the coaches that are there, look, show me. They asked me, can I throw a jab? I says, I don't know if I can throw your jab. Show me what to do, and I'll try and do it the best that I can. And you know, as I suppose as we get older and mature a bit more, I'm at the stage now where hopefully I can differentiate between boxing and fighting,
sure.
Fighting and boxing, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing in the future of my career.
So now you came from Ireland. What made you come to the U.S. to fight? You know, who did you connect to? What made you want to come out here?
Well, when I first came here, I was invited out with a few Irish guys at the beginning, and
was it the drink or fight?
To fight. To fight. No, there's plenty of drink in Ireland. But whenever I got that opportunity, I came here and I made the most of it, you know, and I've had some success with it, and I've enjoyed my life and my career thus far as a pro, and to be able to come Madison Square Garden, your home now, but by the locals is a very special thing for me, and I'm just looking forward to getting back in there and putting it all on show again.
And you have a big fan base with the Irish people. I've been to your fights when you fight local. I mean, it's, you know, you get like 5,000 people, or probably more now.
Well, I'm not too sure of the numbers, like, but I'm very, very fortunate, and that's what gives me the hunger and the passion to keep working harder in the gym and keep turning around good shows and exciting fights.
I know. Now you came off a tough loss just recently. Tell us a little about that.
Well, I fought a good guy, Billy Lyle. He done his homework. It was a tough fight. I think out of all my critics and all my fans, that they all agreed on one thing, that it just wasn't the same John Duddy that night. And you know what? We all have ups and downs in life. And my first 27 fights, I had one loss, but I'm looking to pick myself up again and get back to winning ways. And there's no better place to do that than Madison Square Garden.
The Mecca of boxing. What did you do different for this fight in your camp from your loss? What did you change that you think that you? I'm sure you looked at the tapes, you watched the fight. What did you do different?
I'm not too sure about doing too much different. You know, there was a lot of things going on. So there was in my life at that point in time, and I'm at the stage now at the moment where I just got married there about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and things is getting more settled. I'm making my base back in New York again. I'm not traveling around all over the country to work with different trainers, and I just want to get settled, and getting back with Harry again is like coming home, and we've been working on what we always worked on again, and which is putting the combinations together, working on the left hook, the hook, just getting back to what I'm good at doing, you know, and I'm just looking forward to sort of putting it all together and having an exciting night on Saturday night.
I know when you first got here, you had a trainer. His name is
Harry Kay.
Right, and you fought with him and you were winning.
Yeah.
Great trainer he is. He's known all over. Why did your camp change trainers?
Well, whatever happened, you know, and unfortunately me and Harry parted ways for 2 years, but with parting ways, like I had a fantastic experience working with Don Turner, who's a legendary trainer.
Great trainer, great trainer.
I also had a great time working with Patrick Burns as well in my last 3 or 4 fights, and I think that what they've added to me and what I've learned from them is something that I probably wouldn't have ever had the opportunity to learn if I had still been with Harry, you know. I was never too keen on leaving Harry at the beginning, but I'm glad to be back, and hopefully, as he says to me, we both agree things happen for a reason. I think
sure.
I'm coming back a bit more mature, a little bit smarter, and from what I've learned and from what Harry knows, hopefully we can put it all together and keep me excited on the ring for the fans.
Oh, definitely. Now you're back with him. Everything's back normal. The family's together. Now you're fighting on Saturday. What are you going to do Saturday? What do you think in your mind?
I'm going to go on and I'm going to have an exciting fight with Moniz. I think he likes coming forward, he likes fighting.
Very tough fighter, aggressive.
Very aggressive, he throws big right hands, and I'm just looking forward to getting in there and putting my work together along with husband, giving the fans something to cheer about.
Okay, super. John, we wish you luck, and we'll see you Saturday, and thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Okay,
Pleasure.
thank you.
Cheers.